With Books A Million and Barnes & Noble chains popping up around the country, locally owned bookstores are seeing a decline in their profits. Tiger TV's Erica Fisher shows us how smaller bookshops are trying to stay in business.
Whether they are fictional, religious, classics, or just used as decoration, with the emergence of retail chain bookstores, independently owned bookstores find it harder and harder to stay afloat. Owner of Cottonwood Books, Danny Plaisance, has managed to stay in business for more than 22 years, despite larger bookstore competitors.
When Books A Million moved in down the street about 12, 13 years ago, I did get a hit, but that's when I really started concentrating on the used books. And you know, the markup on used books is much greater than the new books, so that kind of keeps us isolated from competition.
Plaisance says Cottonwood Books is the last full-service independent bookstore in Baton Rouge, which means they sell new, used, and rare books. He says part of his good fortune is thanks to his affordable rent.
Overhead is the number one thing. I mean, you can't pay mall type of rent for an independent store. You just can't do it.
According to the latest study done by the American Book Association, failure rates for small bookstores exceeded the failure rates for all businesses in the economy. The Book Exchange owner, Wendy Jenkins, said she planned on staying in business longer, but decided to close the store after 39 years despite the store's success.
The reason we were closing is because this building that we're in was destroyed from Gustav. And it's in really bad condition, and there's a lot of problems with it, so we were going to have to find a new location.
Although Jenkins sold only used books, she and Plaisance both attributed a large part of their success to the personal relationships with customers that you may not find at larger bookstores. For Tiger TV, I'm Erica Fisher, Eye on LSU.
A recent study shows that online book sales on sites like Amazon and Half.com are putting a hole in local store profits. Larger chain bookstores are also finding it harder to compete.
If you've been stressing about the MCAT, LSAT, or the graduate record exam, the university has a class to help you study. The continuing education program is offering test prep courses to help students ace those exams. In the courses, students will learn strategies to improve their scores. The instructors will also have pointers on how to eliminate stress come test day. The test prep classes start in January and cost about $700. To register, go to outreach.lsu.edu.
Still to come on Newsbeat, Alexandra Cranford will tell us if we'll need to bundle up for Thanksgiving.
And it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas on campus. A look at the LSU Christmas tree is next.
And how the nation's capital is getting into the Christmas spirit with this 70-foot fir. More Newsbeat after the break.